And it's not, this show is not about my children, but what I loved about them, when kids came in their school, they never allowed children to bully anybody.
Oh, that's right.
They never. I was praying. I said, God, please don't let my kids get beat up. But they were like the law guardian for any children that was brand new in the school, and I was so grateful for that, because bullies are everywhere. Bullies are in school like crazy.
We got programs on bullying.
Yeah, and I wasn't worried about the kids getting beat up, but I was worried that maybe they were just taking it a little too far. But the kids always knew who the Walker clan was, and I'm so grateful for that, because I remember those days when I was in school and kids used to come like from the islands and something, and kids would tease them, and I used to take up for that. So just to see my kids as little troopers, I was like, oh, go ahead. So
reputation is everything.
Oh yeah.
Reputation is, and I feel like if you set a reputation out for yourself, make it a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Make it a good one. Because I can tell you from my own experience in high school, because of an older sibling, she set a bad example in the high school, and when I got there, people expected me to be the same way. Mm-hmm. And I had to set it straight, I'm not that way. I'm a very decent person. I carry myself well, and I don't like to be treated the wrong way. So I had to make it known, that I'm not that.
She had to knock a couple of people across the desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it was very dramatic. People, trust me.
On the real, all right. To let the situation out, I did, get into a fight.
With a boy, knocked him across the desk.
just to let it be known, that I'm better than that. I'm higher than that.
That's where it comes in, where when you walk out of your house, you representing your house. Now, if you sit there and you go outside and cause a menace, then your house is they look at your house
as a menace.
Exactly.
Right. They look at your house that way. And let me ask the question, because we haven't heard anything from Kendra very much. She had a heavy night last night, and she's sitting over here. We talking about resurrection weekend. She has resurrected. So Stella's getting her groove on. You understand? So we're not gonna let her get away with nothing, because if you notice, I notice everything. We're running our mouths and she's sitting there nodding off.
I'm a very agreeable person.
Okay.
I agree with everything.
But now this is one thing I wanted us to talk about, because we only have like maybe another 7 more minutes to go. But what are your regrets in life? I thought about this the whole week. What do I regret most? In my life, I can tell anybody what I regret.
I don't have no major regrets. Because if everything that I have been through has been a stepping stone and a learning experience to make me who I am today. But if I had a chance to say I regret anything, I think I wouldn't have been that class clown in school.
Okay, that's a good thing.
I think I wouldn't have been that class clown in school.
Okay.
And I don't know, just don't get it wrong. I did my work now. I just did it in a funny way. I just did it to pass by, and I just wish that I would have been more intense, more, instead of being number 20 on the list, being maybe number 2, number 5, maybe even being what is it at the end of when you graduate, the valedictorian would have been that. Like back in our day, we was like, oh, he's a cornball for being that, and now you look at it, you're like, dog, you know what? They have this good position, they have this, and they gonna make it. Yeah. So if I had any regrets, I would think that I would have buckled down a little more. I would have, stayed focused, and thought about it like, we not just going to school just to be with our friends, or just to.
If you know now what you knew then.
I want my diploma, so I'm gonna just back up. I guess a 70 will do me. Not saying I got all 70s, but it's just a sort of like, I got to do this because I want to get out of school.
Right.
Instead of doing this to say, you know what? I want to be that doctor. I want to be that lawyer. So I'm gonna set myself with these high standards, and I'm gonna study every day. Do what I have to do.
But nobody cheats yourself but you.
Yeah.
We can't be mad. We can't be mad at our mothers, our grandmothers. And I tell my kids, you only get one chance to be a teenager.
One time.
You only do it once in your life. So get everything that's coming to you.
Oh yeah.
I regret. All right. A high school experience that oh my goodness. I'm about to cry even think about
it. Tell it, baby.
school for a week with the boy that I was like totally obsessed with for no reason.
Whole week, y'all. Crazy mother that she had, she did it for a whole week. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get right to the consequences. I was grounded for a year.
Solid.
Oh, that's right.
Solid. Solid as a rock.
No, and you know what? I deserved it, but the regret I have is that's gonna hang over my head forever.
That's good.
Oh, it's gonna hang. Trust me, hang low. What's that song? Swing low. It's
I hear it.
that is the, oh man, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't even talk to
And the good thing about it was the boy had just moved in this house. Nobody knew. She didn't even know his address.
No.
But I tell you, when you gotta pray, mother.
Oh,
yes.
Great grandmother.
Hallelujah. I sat in my car and I said, Jesus, send my child's address where she is right now.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, Lord.
If
And
I
he
was to
did.
look back
Yes,
to
he
that,
did.
I'll take back. Oh man, do I regret it. I don't even talk to the boy. I don't want to hear his name.
I know that's right. Oh, well,
So
thank
serious, I moved to.
another state. But she's not lying when she said she was on punishment for a solid year. There was not even an inkling of. Every time she thought about going someplace, she said,
I forgot.
but you know what?
Not this week.
It's not because the consequences had to be high.
Yes.
Because she's a smart girl,
That's
and
right.
if I let her had gotten away with that, it would have been open season on the deal.
Yeah.
And
And after that week, I did graduate high school with the advanced regional.
that's what I'm talking about. One solid year will do you every time.
Oh yeah.
She had nothing to do but study.
You know, it was in my books, back in my books, I should say. Please, ladies, young girls, stay in your books.
Because boys and books do not
That's when your grandmothers and mothers used to tell you that. I was like, those boys hold my book just fine.
I'm gonna tell you what I told my niece, my 4-year-old niece.
Oh, stop lying to my baby.
I told her, boys are bad. If you touch them, you'll get hives. You'll break out, your tongue will fall out. All your ligaments is going to fall
Oh,
off.
stop it. Stop it. And she believes her aunt because she's a clone.
She don't touch no boys. Every time you say somebody boy, ew, disgusting.
Yes.
Let her know
we're,
now.
we're just so grateful. And those are regrets. Anybody else have any want to throw in
I
there?
don't
Regret?
regret that I didn't go to college,
Okay.
because I was told that I wasn't college material.
Oh, yes, you are.
And
you
then
so are.
knowing what I know now, had I done went with what I really felt, I could have been the biggest doctor out.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love forensic science, I love anything biology, anything physiology, anything.
And she's super smart, y'all. Super.
I just love, just to know what the human body is made of and how it's put together. That's what I love.
So your viewers that's viewing her, please encourage her to go back to school.
Oh, I
Quick,
will.
we're getting ready to wrap this up.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I already said my regrets the other day.
Well, my regret is that I got married 34 years ago. I've been married 34 years, y'all. 34 years. I don't still have my teeth, but nevertheless, I'm still married. Anyway, when I got married, my husband had 3 children. If I had things to do over, I love the kids, but I would have married a man with no children.
I know that's what.
That's, for those who say, "Oh, that's not nice for her to say that," but those were my regrets because it was
It was a whole.
different. It's another dynamic that we got to do a show on that.
Oh, yeah.
Blended families. I mean, forget about it. Forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So we thank you, and we're so grateful for you for joining us again, and we're looking forward.
We want to thank you again for tuning into our show today. You can also follow us on Twitter at Hitting Life Hard, also on Facebook and MySpace. And we also want you to tune in to next week's show where we will be talking about whatever. And we do mean the topic, whatever.